This I know. This I know.
Taurus 9, Christine Clark. Taurus 9, T for transmutation, what we all do. O for oneness, where we're all from. R for rituals, what many of us are returning to because they're important. U for us instead of me. S for spirit or soul, who we really are. And 9, a form of expression on the life path. So that's the breakdown of Taurus 9. And I will get more into the deeper meanings of that another time in another video. But today I wanted to talk to you about an idea of addiction patterns, because I've experienced many of them over the course of my 57 years. And one of them was alcoholism. I also used to smoke, but that's a long time ago, and I used to drink, and that's a long time ago as well. But you know, it's not the alcohol that makes alcoholics. It's not the cigarettes that create cancer. What I've learned from the SC, the subconscious mind or the higher mind, is that it's always about why we're doing what we're doing while we're doing it that creates the cancer, that creates the alcoholism or whatever else, the imbalance or pattern growth path that is in that moment being worked on. So it's not cigarettes that create cancer. It's not alcohol that creates alcoholics. It's the ego that does. The ego creates the alcoholic. The ego creates cancer out of fear of getting cancer because they're smoking. Or get this, the SC said the person smoking doesn't even need to believe it, but on some deeper level, the belief is downloaded from their environment, who's deeply, others' egoic natures deeply invested in that truth. The body will listen to that and adopt and foster a focus and create that. So I wanted to talk to you about my ego and my drinking journey. I had two parents that were alcoholics. God bless them. I love them very much. And I went into judgment towards them for their pattern and their addiction. And I was in so much judgment that I was so focused on the judgment of them and their drinking that I developed the same pattern. I developed the same addiction. And that was my small self, my ego, that did that. I mean, you know, we all do. We're all innocent. The mind and the body is always innocent. But I had to bring myself to a point of self-forgiveness to be able to find compassion for myself to stop, and therefore then turn around and find compassion for my parents for what their journey, that type of journey, was like for them. And I was able to heal it. So the imbalance comes from why you're doing what you're doing while you're doing it. You know, this reminds me of the universe gives you what you are, not what you want. It's an all-inclusive universe. It gives you what you are, not what you want. So to become what it is you are wanting, or to become who or what you want to become, is what brings to you that. And that's how the universe works. And it's called the law of resonance. And so using the law of resonance, you want to become what it is you are wanting for yourself. or who you are wanting to be or what you are wanting to be. I had to coincide with non-judgment. I had to become non-judgment and foster that. I needed to adopt the idea and then foster it and really invest. And as I got busy doing that, I was able to download that into many different aspects of my life. And it just infiltrated deeper and deeper and deeper. And it was very, very beneficial. And it wasn't that hard to stop drinking at all. I was suffering for almost 10 years with severe MS symptoms. Falling, I couldn't lift my arms, especially my left side. It really affected me on a linear scale, all the way down the left side of my body. My eyesight was quickly deteriorating. My cognitive function was quickly deteriorating. A lot of my organs, I was having a lot of issues. And all of this was happening. I had no idea it was MS. And still to this day, it's actually not. Would like to clarify that it wasn't officially diagnosed as MS. But the MS specialist did say, had I been looking at these tests and this imaging last year with living inflammation, I would have definitely diagnosed this as MS. I had already brought myself back to healing by the time I actually had set myself up to be positioned for a diagnosis. So it meant a lot because I was able to, I felt acknowledged for what I'd gone through. It had, demystified the mystery. But I healed that by detaching from the idea. By the time I was ready, realized that, okay, I'm probably going to get my MS diagnosis sometime this year. It wound up being 8 months. Inside 8 months, I stopped the inflammation because the imaging taken 8 months prior to that, that was a different story. But because all the testing didn't come up and line up all at the same time, I didn't get my MS diagnosis. But had it, the specialist said I probably would have diagnosed this as MS, but we're not going to call it that today. So same way there, I needed to detach from the idea that it was MS. I needed to go into co-resonance with the idea that I was healed and whole and well. And I used my consciousness to heal myself, because working with the SC, or the higher mind, through clients for the last 7 years, non-stop, ongoing, almost every day, I'm conducting a session. These days, it seems it's really been ramping up. I've been very busy. Was that I've seen how people have been able to heal themselves, and how it's done, and how it's been explained by the SC, the subconscious mind, how it's done. So I thought, you know what, this is a great opportunity to walk the talk, and I had already been working out, getting through the process of my symptoms already beginning to soften and disappear. And I'm at the time, and still am, in fitness. I've been in fitness, in the healing arts, and the spiritual healing arts for simultaneously parallel for almost 30 years. And so I had all the tools, I had the wherewithal, I had the connections, I had the networking, especially from referring my clients to the right people. I was very good at that in my job, still am. And I formed these connections and this networking through being in the business of helping others. So being on a life path of 9, an INFJ, Sigma INFJ, I'm always asking, it's my true nature to help others before helping myself, but I had taken that too far, and my body was beginning to really take a hit for the team on that, and I needed to learn to, yes, I always ask the Holy Spirit to show me how to be in the know of how to help others before, how to help others feel better, rather than to feel better myself first. But I needed to find the balance between the two. So living in the law of resonance and becoming the thing that you want, it really is how to manifest. And not everybody understands that. I know I didn't understand that. And I just wanted to pay that forward because it's a nice mix between what I've seen with my clients, my own life experiences, and it'll this very sort of foundational um, sort of information that I'm putting into this video today will filter in to many different examples, adding some other things as I go along. So I hope that that's been helpful for you, and I look forward to sharing with you more of the um, health, body, mind, life experiences that I've witnessed through myself and others, but also some wild rides, some adventurous places that I've been in, and some interesting people that I have had to interact with, and situations that I found myself in, and how I was able to use consciousness